In Nyedwa village, a huge baobab tree stood in the center. This tree was very old and was very important to the villagers. They would sit under its wide branches to talk and listen to stories from their ancestors. The baobab was a place of gathering where everyone came together to share news and get advice. The elders believed the tree held special wisdom, helping the community stay strong and united. As the sun set each day, the baobab became a symbol of hope and connection for the people of Nyedwa. One year, Nyedwa village faced a terrible drought. The rains did not come and the fields dried up. The river, which was usually full, became just a trickle and then dried completely. Crops withered and there was no water for the animals. The villagers were worried and hungry. The elders, who normally knew what to do, were unsure this time. They gathered under the baobab tree, hoping to find a solution to their growing problems. Zinzi was a young girl who loved sitting under the baobab tree. She thought the tree might be able to tell her something important. While the village struggled, Zinzi spent a lot of time by the tree, hoping to understand its secrets. One day, as she sat quietly, she felt something different. She heard a faint whisper from the baobab. It was as if the tree was trying to give her a message, and Zinzi was eager to listen and find out what it was. As Zinzi listened carefully, she heard the baobab tree say, "The smallest among you has great power. Look at the tiny creatures around you, for they show how to overcome big problems." Zinzi was surprised by this message. She didn't fully understand it, but she knew it was important. She felt a strong desire to share this message with the villagers, believing it might help them find a solution to their troubles. Zinzi went back to the village and told everyone about the baobab's message. She said that the tree had mentioned the power of small creatures. The elders were skeptical. They wondered how ants or bees could solve their big problems. But Zinzi was sure of what she heard. She asked them to trust her and give her a chance to prove the message. Though hesitant, the elders agreed to let Zinzi try her ideas. Zinzi set out to learn from the smallest creatures in the forest. She watched ants working together, carrying food and building their homes. She also observed bees flying from flower to flower, helping plants grow. Zinzi noticed how these tiny creatures worked as a team and did important jobs. She realized that their strength came from working together, and she hoped this lesson could be applied to help her village. Zinzi saw how ants and bees worked together to achieve great things. Ants built their homes by cooperating, and bees helped plants grow by spreading pollen. She understood that the baobab's message was about teamwork. If the villagers worked together just like the small creatures, they could overcome their problems. With this new understanding, Zinzi felt ready to bring this idea back to the village and show them how cooperation could make a difference. Zinzi returned to the village and shared her new insights with everyone. She showed them how ants and bees worked together and explained how they could use the same approach. The villagers started to see the value in Zinzi's ideas. They decided to work together, sharing resources and helping each other. This united effort gave them hope and a new plan to face the drought. Inspired by Zinzi's ideas, the villagers began to cooperate more closely. They worked together to dig water channels, plant new crops, and share food. As they worked side by side, the fields began to recover. The once dry riverbed started to fill with water, and the crops grew strong. The village slowly began to heal, showing that unity and teamwork could bring about change even in tough times. The hard work of the villagers paid off. The land began to recover from the drought. The fields were green again, and the river flowed with clean water. The village, once worried and struggling, was now thriving. The elders were amazed at how Zinzi's idea had brought them together and helped them overcome the drought. The village celebrated their success, grateful for the lesson they learned from the smallest creatures and the wisdom of their young leader.